Hello everybody and welcome back to the Brickazoid's Den. Alright, so it is What If Day. What If just came out. It's August 11th right now. And our first episode was What If Captain Carter was the first Avenger. I really liked it. I mean, a couple of little things, the voice acting, well, not the voice acting, but the mouth didn't really match up to what the characters were saying, and it was kind of weird. It didn't really look right. So that was kind of weird. But there were a lot of fight scenes, which was even better. That was really, really cool. To see the animated Captain Carter in action was very, very cool. It was a very nice animated fight. So, yeah, I mean, I just want to get right into this one and just start talking about the episode. So we open up with the Watcher kind of narrating the whole situation, giving us exposition here. So we have, I think they said like Earth 2, 1943, I think it was. There was some Hydra soldiers marching with Red Skull, and there was all these like different shots of all these different characters. And then we had the the Allied armies working on the super soldier for Captain America and the Earth that we know. But in this universe, when Peggy was was going to leave the room, she decided to stay, which causes a change in this part of the universe, or this timeline, I guess you could say. I don't know what you would want to call it. And in this situation, there was a guy with the lighter, and then it exploded, and then he shot Steve. He didn't die. Steve didn't die. And then Peggy decided to take the super soldier serum because they only had one more shot at it, and there would have to be someone who could actually be able to do it. And there was nobody else really but Peggy to do it, even though most of the people there were against having a woman actually be a super soldier, which was very not good. So yeah, Stark powers it up, and now Peggy becomes a super soldier. And then we have later when I think Peggy was training, and Steve was trying to. I think he was using like the bars to help him walk again. Steve is talking about Bucky, so we see a lot of Bucky this episode, or this whole story. And then Peggy, the Colonel, I think, and then Howard Stark showed up. We're talking about Hydra showing up to Norway to get a special piece of technology, and it was obviously the Tesseract, as we know. And then at a bar, Howard gives Peggy the suit and shield, and Peggy single-handedly stops a convoy of Hydra soldiers carrying Arnim Zola and the Tesseract with this very, very cool-looking fight scene between Peggy and a bunch of Hydra soldiers. And she's like kicking people off bikes and throwing cars all around and everything, which is very, very cool. It was a very well-done fight scene. And Peggy gets the Tesseract back. And then Peggy and Steve discuss a plan to take on the Hydra and save the 107th. Was it I don't remember exactly what the word was. I think it was Legion? I don't remember. But it was basically a group of soldiers that were captured by Hydra. So then Captain Carter infiltrates a Hydra stronghold and was able to save Bucky Barnes and the 107th. So you get to see Bucky and Sebastian Stan. So Steve uses the Hydra Stomper because he doesn't really have the super serum, so they decide to give him a Hydra Stomper, and and obviously he's much stronger with the Hydra Stomper. So, and then after that there was a montage kind of Captain Carter taking down a bunch of Hydra soldiers, and then there was a scene where Red Skull kind of considers himself a god because he can control the Tesseract and everything. So then Peggy and Steve have a drink, and they talk about how Peggy is being more respected now because she has the super soldier serum. I know I keep saying that. And Howard interrupts Peggy and Steve's kiss. And then they go to the train scene. They do the train scene. A group takes on the Hydra train, or / Hydra train scene is what I called it. But the train was rigged with explosives. Steve, quote-unquote, dies, and the Hydra Stopper suit kind of exploded. Well, kind of exploded. I'm doing quotation marks in the air here. And then Red Skull unleashed the interdimensional force, or talked about unleashing an interdimensional force. And then Peggy Carter and a group of, or like Sebastian Stan and Bucky take a group of soldiers and they infiltrate the Hydra castle as Red Skull prepares a machine with the Tesseract in it, and the Tesseract opens up a portal, and then a tentacle monster from the portal comes out, kills Red Skull in front of Peggy and Howard Stark. And then we learn that Steve is alive and he's still in the Hydra Stomper, or he's still using the Hydra Stomper. Because Sebastian... God, why do I keep saying that? It's Bucky Barnes. I keep saying Sebastian Stan. Bucky Barnes found him on the... I think it was on the underground of the Hydra Castle. Ever since I keep saying Sebastian Stan, I keep getting thrown off about what I'm going to say next. All right, so Captain Carter then gets a sword, which was really cool, very Wonder Woman-esque, and then Howard was able to actually suck the monster back up into the portal because they had this whole discussion about it, but it wasn't really working crazy well. So then the place starts to kind of crumble. Steve saves Bucky and the crew and the soldiers there. And then Captain Carter has to push the monster into the portal, but she ends up having to go through the portal to push it back all the way, causing her to be trapped. And then that basically kind of ends with Steve, like, on his knees in front of where the Tesseract portal was. And then there was kind of like a cut, and then we go to this other scene where we're basically in the 2012 Avengers movie, and the portal reopens and Peggy jumps out. So, yeah, that was mainly about it for the main, like, large plot of this episode. Alright, now I kind of want to do a little quick discussion about that ending there, which was very, very cool. I actually did not expect this. I don't know why. But, yeah, like I said before when I was talking about the plot, we have the 2012 Avengers area, and the portal opens, and Peggy jumps out instead of, like, Loki, right? So, I'm hoping, and I think there was, like, some sort of rumor, maybe it's confirmed, I could be wrong, that I think Peggy Carter's going to be in every season of What If. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like I heard that somewhere. So if she is, that's very exciting, because I want to see more of her in the 2012, besides being in, what was it, 1943, I think? Yeah, 1943. So now that the war has ended, now that's like 70-ish years after, we get to see Peggy Carter in action in 2012, maybe taking on another villain like Loki, potentially, like maybe redoing the whole Avengers movie, but this time with Peggy Carter as Captain America, which would be very, very cool. Hopefully she gets to use that sword a lot as well, because she really only used it towards the end of the episode, trying to take on the tentacle monster. But yeah, we get like that whole Nick Fury part. Nick Fury standing there. We got Hawkeye standing there, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's Peggy Carter" and everything. So then Peggy has to accept that it's been like 70 years and that Steve is probably dead by then. Although I would like to see if Steve is still alive, like kind of what they did with Peggy and how she was much older. I would actually be interested in seeing this Peggy Carter or Captain Carter actually like go see a very, very much older Steve Rogers. That'd be really cool. So if you enjoyed the breakdown discussion here, do the common YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you when I post the next video at some point. See ya.